Hi students, I'm going to be modeling as if I am in Mr. Zarisco's class, but this will also work for any class if you are absent for the Part 1 directions. We are starting our Dr. Seuss project today. So we're going to begin with Canvas. And you will need to find your technology class. We'll go to the weekly lessons. And you can see that third 9 weeks has been moved to the top here. We are on lesson 11, the Dr. Seuss project. It has the dates we're working on it. So please click on Horton Hears a Who. It will probably jump you down to the end of the assignment, and that's great. I'm just going to show you a few things at the top. So you can see what days we will be working on what parts. As I said, I'm modeling for a student in Mr. Zarisco's class, so we're on day 1, February 9th, but you can see all of your things that you will be doing.
Step 1.
So day 1, we are starting by opening the assignment by pressing the blue Open to Attach and Submit button, and that is at the bottom of these directions. So I'm going to press that blue button.
Step 2.
I have not created a template for this assignment, so you will be creating the work. Step 2 tells us to click Create, and then we are choosing New Slide, the yellow one. It takes a moment, and then your slide is there. So you are going to click on your project. It'll say your name and Horton Hears a Who.
Step 3.
Okay. For step 3, we need to change the slide layout because it is set up currently as if we are presenting on a widescreen TV, but that is not the case. We are actually going to be making posters, so a sheet of paper. I can't see my toolbar right now, my file edit and all that. If the same has happened to you, you can just press this down caret here, and that will show you all of your tools then. So to change this to a sheet of paper size, I'm going to go to File and scroll to the bottom. The third one from the bottom is Page Setup, and we are changing it from widescreen to standard. So File, Page Setup, Standard, and then we will apply that change. Now it's the size of a sheet of paper. Also in step 3, we need to delete the text boxes. So I'm going to click on the line and hit the backspace. There we go. If you click inside of it and try to backspace, nothing's going to happen. You need to be on the line and then you can backspace it.
Step 4.
For step 4, we're going to find a background online and copy it. Before we do that, I want to show you what finished project we're working towards so you know what the end goal is. So here are a few examples from some former students. These kiddos are currently in 11th grade. We have Morgan, here's a mite just meaning something small. Luke, here's a lion. Emma, here's an eggplant. So you'll notice the thing that you hear, while it does have to start with the same letter that your first name starts with, it doesn't have to be something that can actually make a sound. She just found an eggplant clip art and drew a face on it. Haley, here's a hero. Michael, here's a motorcycle. He posed to have 2 things in his hand. And Braden, here's a baloney. So today we're going to be getting the background on and we're going to be getting our little character on. You will notice in each of these backgrounds, they are simply that. They are backgrounds. They don't have anything that draws your eye to them. They're pretty plain, and that is a good thing because we want the focus to be on the picture of you, your object, and your words. We don't want our eye to focus on the background. So let's talk about how to make that background. I would make a new tab by hitting your plus sign, and you can search for a background. So my first name is Pam. So if I were doing Pam, here's a panda, maybe I would want a bamboo background because pandas eat bamboo. I'm going to go to my images. Kind of like this one. because although it does have an object in it, I can put my picture over that, and then there's nothing really behind the words. Except, yeah, bottom left corner has a copyright mark. Okay, so I can't use that one. This one would be an excellent one because it doesn't have anything that draws the eye. It's a plain background. So I'm going to copy that. I'm going to right click. If you're using the touchpad, remember to use 2-finger touch to right click. And then we'll choose the copy image. Go back to here, right click and paste. Also in step 4, it says that you need to crop the image to fit your sheet of paper. So I am going to make this big to fill my sheet of paper. And then I need to crop it down. So right now it's filling the paper, but it's got some extra over here. I'm going to hit this crop button and drag it smaller. Now I can see the shadow of the line of where my paper ends, and I can bring it back to that edge. Then I turn my crop off, and now it's paper size. For another example, let's say that you don't have a specific background in mind because it doesn't really tie in with your object at all. You can simply search for cool background, and that's perfectly fine. I forgot to put the space in there. It still worked. So this would be great, this would be great, this is fine, this is fine, this is great. That one might be hard to stretch because of the way it's set up. That one's fine. This one would not be good because it has an object in it. This one's okay. This one would not be good because of the object. This one's great, great. Because of the ratio for it, I don't think that would work well. This one has an object, so that's no good. So hopefully you get the idea there. Let me model with this one. So, whoops, I can't copy it yet. I have to click on it to get in the preview mode. By the way, if you left click, it's going to open a new tab, which we do not want. So I'm going to close out of that. Make sure you do a right click, a 2-finger tap on the touchpad. Copy image. All right, I'm going to backspace this one and put the new one in. So I'm lining it up at the upper left corner, dragging it as big as possible. What I wanted to show you on here is this is your printable area. I'm going to drag this over because I want to see more of that purple. And then when I crop it, I just have to crop both sides. So there's the line of the paper, bring it back. And then on this side, I'm going to bring it over a bit. And there's the line of my paper, bring it back, and turn off my crop. So that would be how this one would look. It's a paper size now.
Step 5.
And step 5 will be the final step that you're going to accomplish today, which is finding your object. Remember, your thing that you hear needs to start with the same letter that your first name starts with. This part's going to be kind of annoying. In PowerPoint, we could find something with no background, or we could find something with a white background and remove that background. But we don't have access to PowerPoint on the Chromebooks. We've got to use Google Slides. So that means you have to find something that does not have a background, and that's going to be the annoying part. So there are 2 ways to search it. One way to search is to simply do a Google image search like you're used to. So I'm going to search for panda clip art. Please search for clip art. The likelihood of you finding a real object that doesn't have a background is going to be slim to none. So this panda one, I'm going to click on it, and it starts with white, but did you see how then it changed to the checkerboard? That means there's not a background, which is a good thing. If it was permanently a checkerboard like this, that's not going to work. So let me just show you. I'm going to copy this one and paste it in. This does not work. So backspace it to get rid of it. This one's going to be great. Copy image, paste it in, and that one's awesome. That is all you need to get done for me for today. I will take your picture later and we will put all of that stuff together with the words and everything in part 2. Now, if you are having trouble searching through Google, there is another way to find images. You can go to Insert, Image, Search the Web. And then let me look for my panda clip art in here. Okay, this one would not be good because it's just the head. Please make sure you are finding the whole object, that parts of it are not missing. I do not want a decapitated panda in my picture. That's gross. Let me try this one. I'm going to click on it, and then I press Insert. And that one worked just great. One of the cool things about this, though, is you can actually put in multiple ones and then see which one works. So I'm going to click on this one and this one. I like this one. I don't like the golfing one. I like this one. I'm going to insert all of those and then just delete the ones that don't work for me. So clicked over here. I'm going to drag this over. That one had a back. Oh, that one was fine. This one had the background. So I'm going to click on it, backspace it. This one was fine, and this one was fine. I am going to go with this one here. So click on you, backspace, click on you, backspace, put you onto the sheet of paper, done. So that's all your requirements for today. You need to set up the piece of paper, you need to put a background on it, and you need to put on an object with no background that starts with the same letter that your first name starts with.